On this edition of NSFW, yes, folks, you've waited all year, and it is finally here. We go over the winners of the 2010 GTFO Awards with this year's representative of the Home Office, Andrew Main. Does OMG Chad like to party? We find out, as well as go over our Die in a Fire, the new hit literature podcast created by fans of this show. It's all coming up on NSFW.
Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is Twit.
Bandwidth for NSFW is brought to you by Cashfly at CACHEFLY.com.
This is NSFW episode 57 for January 4th, 2011, the second annual 2009 GTFO Awards. This episode of NSFW brought to you by Ford and the voice-activated sync, featuring true hands-free calling, turn-by-turn directions, 911 assist, and more, available exclusively at Ford, Lincoln, and Mercury vehicles. Squarespace. Head on over to squarespace.com and sign up for your free, no-risk 2-week trial membership. And make sure you use promo code NSFW to get 10% off the lifetime of your order. It's go time.
Slaves built the pyramids. Slaves built the Parthenon. Slaves built America. Slaves, this is your song. Thank you. Slaves. Thank you. Slaves. Thank you. Slaves. Slaves. This is your song. Thank you.
And that means it's go time for NSFW, the new show full of wind, the new sauce for the weather. That's what is going on, people of America and all the ships at sea. It's me, Brian Brushwood, your humble host, joined as always by the inimitable co-host, Professor Justin Robert Rubles the First, kicking it old school. Justin R. Young, how you doing there, Professor? What's up, boss?
Oh my gosh damn, Bri.
Did you just say my gooch gosh damn? Is that really what you just said?
Gosh damn, as my old pappy used to say. I could not be more to the think. It's like I have a bull feather in my butt cheeks.
You could not be more excited if you had your bull feather in the butt cheeks, of course. Woo! Which, I suppose that means it's time for us to start the show, right, Professor?
Oh my God! Listen, here's the deal. We've finally been joined by a representative. A new one. They elect him different every year. It's like our own Doctor Who. The GTFO representative for this year. Finally, we can reveal is the host of Weird Things, the podcast, and he is going to be on a lecture tour with me all throughout this week in D.C., in two different suburbs, Philadelphia and Baltimore. Andrew Main, welcome.
Andrew Main, what is going on, Professor, sir? Everyone's a
Hey,
professor
gentlemen.
on the
Hey.
show.
So this is my third appearance?
I believe that means you're a made man. Yes, it means we get to cut off your pinky.
Well, I think, guys, you just sent this guy over. That's very kind. Thank you. I get an award for this. A medal for my third appearance. That's really awesome. Thank you.
Wow.
Very
glad
little
you got
known
it.
fact.
You liked it.
A little known fact that everybody who's a three-timer, we call it the three-timer award on the podcast. We're excited you made the club here, boss. But congratulations on the award. You're now a three-timer here on NSFW, man.
We like to just say welcome to Thrice.
Thrice foolishly is the words we like to use, but that's too many syllables and we can't afford them. All right, look, what are we up to? What's going on here, JRY?
All right, here's the deal with the GTFO Awards. We've been waiting all year. Things have been annoying all year, and we have not been able to get to them. But now, finally, they will be recognized for the absolute nuisances they really are. And we're going to go over past winners. We're going to declare who are the winners for this year. We're going to speculate on things that we will need to tell the GTFO next year. But first, Brian, a little housekeeping.
Yes, go on.
Here's the deal. Our chat room is, Andrew, we talk a lot on the Weird Things podcast about the singularity. And that really, at some point, the singularity is going to be so powerful, it's just going to be a matter of us trying to convince them that we're worthwhile. in keeping around. And that's how I feel about Chat Room, because beyond the show, they are creating bits, they are being funny, and now it's just, for the first time ever on the show, we're just going to highlight something funny that these hilarious people did, completely independent to our show.
Yeah, and I'd like to point out, this is if you saw the recent Tron movie, Chat Realm are our very own ISOs. They are self-replicating random bits of living code that are taking over the entire show bit by bit. We are becoming less and less relevant to this whole operation because out of nowhere, we received an email saying, oh, by the way, apparently Chad, OMG Chad, hey, OMG Chad, what's going on, bro?
Hey, it's going pretty good. How are you doing?
Now, Andrew, let me ask you this. You met Chad. We all hung out when we were doing the Magic versus Science week there out of the Magic Castle. How would you describe the temperament of OMG Chad? If you were just list a few adjectives about OMG Chad, what would you say?
Mild-mannered.
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
Perhaps, and maybe because of his job, slightly obsequious.
Okay.
But I don't mean that in any sort of
What is
negative connotation.
Obsequious? He's everywhere, is what you mean. He's totally obsequious. He's everywhere.
Present.
No, that's ubiquuous.
Yes. So he's made of water. Obsequious.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Clean cut.
Yes.
Okay.
Fresh, we would say.
Now, would you
clean.
describe that OMG Chad, as we know him, likes to party?
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. I mean, there were some rumors going around, though. I mean, he has that kind of quiet demeanor type, but on the other side of it, I do remember Magic versus Science. He was able. I wouldn't say he tied a few on.
Sure.
And
that-
kind of
that-
had a weird state. Had a glow.
It might have given a bit of a hint, but now, finally, like an old relic, we've been able to unearth definitive proof that OMG Chad likes to party, and that's why you can go to OMG Chad likes to party.squarespace.com and find that proof for yourself. Bri, can you please scroll down?
You got it. And first of all, for the record, let me just say, I got, without exaggeration, 375 messages from Espen saying, you got to look at this, you got to look at this, you got to look at this. And one message in all caps that said, don't look at it. It'll be better if you see it for the first time on the show. So I'm looking at these for the first time. Welcome to OMG Chad Likes to Party.squarespace.com. Friends of the show over at Squarespace. I'm going to scroll on down. We got some photoshops. This one is definitely a real, mostly real photo that took place at the apartment they had us in at the Magic Castle. That
wasn't the Magic Castle.
I'm pretty sure that is an actual photo.
No,
Chad.
definitely a real photo. All right, for the audio listeners, what's happening is there's a photo of Chad. He has a girl bent over. He's miming what I think is very technically called butt humping. And right now in his first photo,
it's a dance move. They taught that
exactly
to me.
the butt hump. But really, two of the stars, Young Hum is back from the Turquoise Jeep, and Slick Mahoney from Sex Syrup are singing along as Brian looks cheekishly in the background.
All right, next up, apparently he hooked up with friend of the show, Katie Dirks.
Dang.
Your friend and mine. She's clearly out on the dance floor having a good time, but if you look very closely in the background, you can see
My photobombing her?
That OMG Chad likes to party. I think that was the Emmy announcements party, if I remember correctly.
That's right. He's at the Emmys. We also have, moving straight along, we've got, what is this?
Whoa.
It's Kate from Lost.
Is that Kate from Lost? Looking like Marianne from Gilligan's Island with her panties pulled down, with her bloomers pulled down?
Yeah, and meanwhile, OMG Chad riding it like a pony.
Like a boss is what he's doing.
And you want to know what? They have the exact same mouth. That's amazing.
Oh my gosh, hold on. You may have a powerful realization. They do have extraordinarily similar mouths.
Brian, that's probably both disturbing and perhaps exciting to you now to think about that.
You know what? It's 100%
and you have shockingly
disturbing.
similar hair. If you were to say that they were brother and sister, I would not say that you were wrong.
This is clearly
Or sister and sister, to be honest with you.
All right, next up, we appear to have at some kind of frat club party where a bunch of people are showing off their abs, and including Chad. But unfortunately,
That's Jersey Shore season 400.
His
Yes. In the post-apocalyptic region known only as New Jersey Seaside Heights District.
This is that Katy Perry? Yeah,
That's Katy Perry.
Yeah. Okay.
Really? All right. Just to get you guys an idea of the theme of what's going on here, they found every photo on the internet where an attractive or famous girl is bending over, and they photoshopped Chad. And listen, and take this in not the wrong way, Chad, but your wrist is pretty wild. It looks like your wrist is snapping to almost a natural.
Well, I mean that's what it looks like when you're in mid spank action.
True.
That's how wrists.
When you got
look.
that much game, you can afford to be a little fey. You know what I'm saying?
All right, hold on. This is clearly
Wait
a children's.
a second.
This is a children's birthday party with Hitler in his pajamas along with Horseboy. And
Now listen, all right, so there we go. It looks like it's at a children's birthday party, but you never said what kind of party OMG Chad likes to party at. And sometimes they end up like this next picture, OMG Chad, and this is a different photo. Oh, no, this is his head, sorry, from the same photo, but it is him spooning what looks to be a donkey.
that may in fact be a horse.
Small horse.
It may in fact. Okay, I'm not a fan of this one
Whoa,
at
wait a
all.
That's the original photo, Brian?
This
Yes,
one is almost entirely the original photo, although it does look like an unfortunately proportioned version of Brian's head is attached to the chick bent over. And same with Barack Obama and pimping GTFO. Oh my gosh, he's just outside the Russian forest having sex with the chupacabra.
The wood nymphs,
Wood
or the wood
goblins.
goblins rather, and the yetis.
This one,
Scene with Ford Fiesta.
There's
one,
Ryan Connolly, of course, of Film Riot, and his famous "You So Pimping" song that they made for the Ford Fiesta. Give him the thumbs up.
This one, I like this one. This is a movie, special edition, OMG Chad, and OMG Chad in Being Chad Chaddington. And it is a bizarre, perverse look inside the rabbit hole of Chad getting groovy with Chad while Chad watches on.
Is that where little Chads come from?
Apparently so. we've got...
Okay, so this is Chad bending me over, and I'm in this stunning little number, this black number here. I have my Iron Man mask on, and in the background, I guess in a memory of last year's episode when Corey Coleman was on trying to get OMG Chad meat drunk, there is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles poster has been replaced by Corey screaming.
But
meat
most
drunk.
importantly, Chad is slapping you with a steak. Can we just make that very, very clear? We got Xenomorph and the Horse Boy. We've got photobombing. Come on, guys, let's go to chat realm, complete with Fapper the Dolphin. Double complete Chad. What does it mean? Hi, Chad.
That might be my favorite.
It's OMG magical. Look, they're all up at omgchadlikes2party.squarespace.com. All right, look, what else we got? We got important business. Enough farting around here, Professor. Let's go.
Well, we have one more thing to go over, Brian. Hey, listen, Bri, what holiday would be complete if you didn't set up a website, as per the tradition passed down from generation to generation?
Well, that's something we've done in the Brushwood household since, I'd have to say maybe 1994. But it was always such a pain in the butt because you had to know HTML. You had to find a place to host it. And by the time we launched it, all our other family members would go there. Thing would crumble like a house of cards. It wasn't robust. It was hard to write for, and it couldn't stand on its own. The moment it got dug, because they all got dug, they'd crumble.
Of course.
Full
Yeah.
So
like, let's say, theoretically, if we took that interview that we did with Santa, and we put it up there, and we set it up as proof that Santa Claus is a drunk buffoon.com, and it went and got dug or Reddited, then it would just go down, right? Like a house of cards. Whatever would be the solution to this common Christmas problem.
You could give up. I mean, I think Santa would advise you to just kill yourself now because they're never going to solve this problem.
No. And he'd probably then take a swig off his drink as he exhibited a healthy smoker's cough.
That's exactly what I'm afraid he would do. So let's not ask Santa. What would you recommend we do, Justin?
Geez, I don't even know. I mean, I would have to just take a shot in the dark and say Squarespace.com. Dashing through the net, setting up a site. Squarespace.com is gonna save your night. Before you go and put your content on the web, you better go to Squarespace.
Or you will be dead.
Squarespace, set up your site. Robust hosting so you don't go down in the middle of the night. Hey, Squarespace, use the twit code today. At checkout, use the code NSFWA. Yeah!
Let me just explain to everybody in the chat room that there is zero chance that was prepared in any way before this show, which means all of that came right off the top of his head, which is incredible. The fact that you were able to throw in their robust hosting from Squarespace. Okay.
Oh, also, by the way, the code is NSFW, not NSFWA.
NSFWA.
The A was just kind of a flourish.
You had to make that call of whether or not you wanted to make it rhyme or not. You decided I'd rather have the accurate, but you're like, no, I want it to rhyme. And then you're like, oh, crap, I shouldn't have done that.
Whatever. I made it this far.
All right, here's the thing. Squarespace.com is easy, badass-looking websites. You don't have to be a CSS wizard. All you do is use one of their awesome award-winning templates. You look like an awesome top dog HTML coder, and no matter how popular overnight your website gets, it'll still stay up and running. The plans are cheap and affordable. Best part is 2-week free trial. You don't even need a credit card. But when you do sign up, and I know you're going to make sure to use promo code NSFW for one reason. And it's not because it's going to get you presents. It's not because it's going to help Santa kick his crippling addiction. It is because...
It's not because it's going to feed kids in Africa.
Nope.
Like, do they know it's Christmas? Because it won't. Listen, there's a limit to what Squarespace can do.
Right.
It's an amazing service, but it can't do everything.
Let's face it. There is one thing they can do, and that's keep NSFW afloat. So think about the programming tonight. If you enjoyed our little community theater project, if you enjoyed a live webcam session with Santa Claus himself, do us a favor.
Very surly Santa Claus. Santa Claus seemed very upset when somebody suggested that he could get them a job at the Twit Network.
Well, what's great is watching the chat realm argue about who they thought it was. Like, they did not know for sure who it was. Everyone was arguing who they thought. And then all of a sudden, at that point, everyone suddenly thought they had a really good idea of who they think Santa Claus was.
I'll go ahead and reveal it for everybody. Chris Kringle. Chris Kringle.
Old
was
Saint
Santa
Nick is what we
Claus.
like to call him. This is what we like to call him. But
double C.
there's only two ways that you can keep the show afloat. One, of course, is to tell all your friends to watch NSFW, and the other is, of course, to use promo code NSFW when you sign up for Squarespace. It's only because you guys are so good at signing up that it keeps us in business. All right, Justin, do we have anything?
Well, we have one more thing to go over. Brian, if you guys were not here when we did our show live last Tuesday, number one, you should always join us live. And you need to follow our Twitters, @Schwood, @Justin R. Young. And you want to know what, while you're there, if you want to get more fun stuff, including information on the Weird Things podcast and all of his insane inventions, follow @Andrew Main. But we went live on the show last Tuesday. And as we found out, right, another chat room project, fan fiction, is being written about us, right?
Yeah, and look, we're not going to pretend we're the first people to ever have fan fiction written about them. We understand we're bit players on the stage, but we had an idea because Josh Hilp over at Chaos Rendering, Chaos Buffering, right? Yeah. He started writing. By the time I discovered, he had already written 3 chapters of some kind of Lord of the Rings style Narnia-inspired epic where Brian and Justin go into the basement of Twit and discover a magical doorway into an enchanted realm.
Yeah, kind of like Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe style.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And it occurred to us, sure, plenty of people have fan fiction made about them, right? You know what nobody does, Justin? You know what nobody in the whole world is dumb enough to do?
nobody has enough free time on their hands to record that fan fiction audiobook style and then put it up on iTunes where it becomes a new and notable podcast and in the top 50 for literature.
Exactly. We now have a top 50 literature podcast comprised entirely of fan fiction written about Justin and Brian. And let me explain the rules for this thing. We don't write it. We very rarely read it before we record it. The idea is that this is a podcast by the fans, for the fans, and inspired by the fans. We are only talent. Plenty of people have written stories about Firefly and Nathan Fillion doing all sorts of things, but Nathan Fillion, last time I checked, doesn't go and record an entire series of their adventures. Right, Justin?
Captain Mal, no, he certainly doesn't.
No, he doesn't. And so that's why you should head on over to diaf.nsfwshow.com. That's where you can find all the chapters so far. And you know what? Just for laughs, it's at 47 in literature right now. This ridiculous fan fiction shenanigan is number 47 in literature. That might be kind of funny to let it go. You want to take a listen? Have you heard any of this, Andrew?
No, I haven't. I'm excited.
All right, here, we're going to step you in.
Can I find this on Audible too?
Not on Audible, not yet, but on iTunes. There's plenty of ways to subscribe. They're all on the website. Let's go ahead and jump in the middle of chapter 3. Here we go. This is what you can expect. Written by the fans and for the fans.
This is DIAF, written by Josh Hilt. Performed by Justin Robert Young and Brian Brushwood. Chapter 3. Welcome to Chat Realm. The demon swings its massive arms wide and strikes the tree that Justin is hiding behind, just above Justin's head. The tree is splintered and flies off in a million tiny pieces. Justin rolls forward from the force of the impact and jumps to his feet, staring at the demon only 20 feet away. Brian jumps out of the way, as his own tree suffers the same fate, and the demon takes a large, lumbering step forward and releases another bellowing roar. It rears back its right claw and strikes at them, and a spear flies through the air, impaling the demon's shoulder. It lets out a terrified screech and backs away. Brian looks back at the way the spear had come from and sees a knight in full plate armor riding a horse.
Quickly!
He reaches down with his hand.
Get on my horse!
Brian and Justin jump on the back of the horse, and all three ride off into the forest. Wow, this horse is really fast.
My horse is amazing.
All right, so that's what you can expect. Those are the adventures of DIAF. I'm not going to lie. I played the first chapter for Bonnie, and she sat there like kind of open mouth, like WTF is happening. And then it ended, and she's like, well, what happens next? Like she couldn't resist. She had to know what happens next. So check out diaf.squarespace.com.
Absolutely.
Oh, no,
and thank you, of course, Josh Hielp writes it, and Lonely.Geek, Zach Holder, did all the audio engineering on the most recent episode. We'll be recording the new ones, and we kind of thought we'd make a tradition, Andrew, if you're up for it, that we would have some of our guests contribute voices to the readings as we go along with this. So if you're down with that.
Awesome.
I'm sorry. I just got another medal. Apparently, Amtrekker never got one, and because I got one, I get an extra one because he didn't get one.
That's, you know what, we have a lot of guests who are on a lot of times, and it's important that we recognize them. I'm glad that second one made it in time.
Yeah.
But,
well, you know what Amtrekker didn't know is he said like, oh, I've been on more than 3 times. I deserve a medal. But what he doesn't realize is that once you're on the 4th time, we take your medal away and give it back to the 3rd time.
Well, and specifically, we give it to Andrew Main. So Andrew Main should have a lot of medals coming as we have more and more guests repeating on the show. One more quick note.
You honor me. Okay, I want to read whatever I can do.
Okay,
even
good.
If it's
Okay,
a weird
we'll do it after the show.
One quick thing I should point out on the lower third, it said squarespace.com is diaf.nsfwshow.com, which I believe I said the right thing but showed the wrong thing. All right, enough farting around, bros. It's time for the very big awards. What awards are those, Justin Robert Young?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the GTFO Awards!
GTFO!
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's the GTFO Awards, the only awards that is voted on by the internet for the internet and still features a graphic that says 2009.
Well, I'd like to point out that that's not the year. This is the 2009th edition of GTFO Awards. Last year was actually the 2008 version of it. We started it the moment they killed
Tony Wang.
However you would like to justify it.
Go ahead.
As we do on every GTFO Awards, we would like to take the time now to recognize past winners of the award.
And so let's take a listen. And I should point out
Previous winners of the GTFO Awards.
that this presentation was put together entirely by the GTFO community, and you can actually hear their voices in here. Take a listen.
First,
Animal-related flus.
Lady Gaga and her penis.
The opposite of Rooker.
CRT monitors.
the Berlin Wall,
New Jersey.
Space Hitler's dad.
Anonymous.
Wesley Snipes.
Using symbols in place of letters.
Auto-tuning.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Jay Leno's chin,
Television executives.
I'm gonna let you finish.
Hipsters.
Mac versus PC debate.
RAAA, MPAA.
Proto-Baggin.
Yeah!
Yeah.
BB Live Show.
Boom!
The Unabomber.
Yeah!
Jury's beard.
In love with that big bushy beard.
El Gato Macho.
Yeah!
Kuhan!
Kuhan.
All right, I got to cut it off right there. So many people screaming at Kuhan that it broke the stream is what happened. Look at the chat realm right now going absolutely nuts with rage against Kuhan. And people are getting kicked left and right, but it's totally fine. All right, so Justin, let's get started on this year. Past winners aside, who do we got on tap for this year's GTFO Awards?
I would like to make known that Andrew Main has been dispatched by the GTFO home office, so welcome.
Wait, did you get another medal when I wasn't looking?
Your committee just brought me another award. I'm very again. You honor me. You honor me.
I'm so sorry that we didn't have it on camera. I must have been looking the other way. But all three of the awards look absolutely amazing. Go ahead, Justin. You were saying.
All right, so all the results of the awards have been delivered to you, Andrew, correct?
Yeah. Wait. The results.
Yeah, you have the sealed envelopes that bear the actual winners of each of the real awards.
Well, yes. Yes.
As we described in the bit when we asked you to be on the show this afternoon. Right. Yes. Okay, good.
Yes.
Could I be any more certain than that?
No. No, I mean,
No.
you know
No.
you have the envelope.
You said yes, which means our answer is no.
You mean these?
Oh, we do have envelopes. You have almost as many envelopes as you have awards. That's fantastic.
It's a one-in-one
award
proposition.
for that? Oh wow, thank you.
You just got an award for
my
having more awards.
All right, well, I'll tell you what.
You honor me.
Our well-decorated official from the GTFO committee. We will now read the first category, which is celebrities. Andrew, would you like to read the nominees, or should we?
Why don't you read the nominees?
Okay, here we
Yes.
go. We begin with the 2010 GTFO nominations for celebrity. Jay Leno, Christopher Coppola, Lindsay Lohan, Oprah Winfrey, and Robert Pattinson. I just want to, if I might.
Yes. All right.
I want to say that I don't control these. These were submitted by the internet, for the internet, And I resent Christopher Coppola showing up on that list. I thought he was great. He helped a 10-second film festival, and I think it's a travesty, and that's even on there.
Look, Christopher Coppola is an
Coppola too. Christopher Coppola, the once well-respected
Colombian drug lord.
Coca-Cola. He used to come out. He's like, "Hey, everybody, I'm Christopher Coppola. Who wants a nice can of Diet Coke?"
A lot of people don't know that Christopher Coppola, in an alternate universe, became a Colombian drug lord, and he changed his name to Christopher Coppola. A lot of people don't know about that whole backstory behind it. But anyway, Christopher Coppola is an awesome character. He's a nut job and a badass
right?
and a weirdo.
That's how we got to go about it.
What? No, he's a nut job in a good way. Are you kidding me? Like we're nut jobs.
No,
Are you
he was
kidding
the
me?
best. He was the best. But listen, it's not up to us. We can bitch about it all we want, but it's up to the GTFO committee. Andrew, you are the keeper of the sacred scrolls. I asked for you.
Before you guys want to lay odds? You guys want to lay odds? What you think? What's the spread?
I definitely think. I mean, Leno. I mean, he totally threw a bunch of monkey shines, and his show's completely bottomed out. They made the big switch for him to come back, and it's done nothing but poop on the bed. So,
all right, no. I can't imagine that there's any other character that maybe would be more disliked, that more people would be like, I don't want to see his pale vampire-looking face anymore. I can't think of who that might possibly be. Maybe it is Jay Leno. Maybe it's a lock. Maybe it's going to be Jay Leno, and it won't be anyone else.
Put your Babylons on the table there, Brian. Just say Robert Pattinson. You don't got to be flipping around.
No. I definitely think it's going to be Oprah Winfrey. No way it's going to be Robert Pattinson, the star of the Twilight series, ruiner of vampires as badasses, the worldwide. It's clearly going to be Oprah Winfrey because nobody's excited that she has a brand new network that she's not even going to be on. It's definitely going to be Oprah Winfrey. What do you say, Andrew Main? You want to open that envelope?
Well, hey, let me explain the way this goes. Well, the system, we can dispense with the system entirely if it doesn't work, but did Justin run by the quantum solution?
The way Justin described it to me was that you would get an award every time you open an envelope. Is that part still true?
Yeah, and actually I just get an award for you saying that, which is pretty amazing. That's fantastic. So, Bri, here's what I'm going to do. I figure what we'll do is we'll give like 3 of these a pass right off the bat. We'll give them a push, and it'll come down to 2.
Okay,
right?
Good.
And then we'll pick one or the other. And I have on these cards, I'll explain. And one of these cards, I'll show you the answer, but you don't know if that means it's a GTFO or not until I turn it over.
Right. Got it.
Okay.
This is fantastic.
So if I said, oh, okay, well, let's hypothetically, let's say I'm going to give Lindsay and Christopher Coppola a pass on that. But if I said, okay, if it came down to them, I'd be like, oh, my response for Lindsay is $1 million. That's great. But if I turn, that's an R, by the way. If I turn the card over, everybody knows what's better than $1 million.
$1 billion.
$1 billion. Yeah. Okay.
So that's not good. That's good. So that means no, that wasn't good. Okay.
Got it. All right. So take us home, man. Who's the winner? Right. Who, without trying to sway the jury at all and just saying celebrities that have to GTFO in 2010, who is the big winner?
It comes down to, okay, we're going to give Coppola a pass. We're going to give Lindsay a pass because, just GTFO with Lindsay Lohan jokes.
Right.
Oprah, I'm going to give a pass for now.
What?
Oprah's eternal.
Whoever could it be then? Whoever could it be?
2 people, Leno and Pattinson. Okay. So here's what we're going to see. Okay.
Show it.
If it's a good thing on the front, all right, then Leno wins. If it's a bad thing on the front, then Pattinson. Are you following? Because I'm not.
I'm not. I'm just waiting for you to go. Okay. And so is Penelope.
Listen.
All right. So which is better? This is how we're going to decide if it's Jay Leno or if it's Pattinson. All right. So the card comes up for Leno.
Go.
The new Tron movie.
The new Tron movie. Okay. So now it's like we got to place who's who, right? Is that what it is?
You got to figure out.
I'm going to say that whatever's on the other side of that card is better than the new Tron movie. What do you say, Penelope?
GTFO!
All right.
The idea of a neutron.
Oh! There we go. It's way better.
So what does that mean?
Leno, you're out.
Who's that? Oh, Robin Pattinson's out or Oprah?
Leno's out.
Who is
Leno's
Oprah?
out. So Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson. That means it's true.
GTFO!
Robert Pattinson. Hit the bricks. Nobody ever liked you. Nobody ever liked your movies. Nobody ever liked your suave looks or your hairstyle or your dreamy chin. Nobody ever liked the fact that you made vampires approachable to their girlfriends and possibly opened up the ability for them to get laid or maybe watch some other movies together. Nobody ever loved your dreamy eyes, caress your nose.
Right.
Nobody wanted to untie that little...
Brian.
Nobody thought a lot about this.
Stop petting the emo.
I'm sorry. Where were we?
Bye-bye, Cedric Diggory.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. All right. Next category, sir. Bring it.
All right. Here we go. Our next category is musicians. It was a very odd year for music this year, and here are our nominees. We have Kesha with the money side. Lady Gaga, who won this year, so this would be her second GTFO. Justin Bieber, the pint-sized tyke, who won America's heart with his Canadian songbirdistry. Miley Cyrus, who I assume is not Hannah Montana. She's winning as Miley this year. Or Nickelback, an actual 7-time winner of the GTFO Awards. So
ever since their premiere album, Nickelback's been winning year after year, collecting trophy after trophy.
Kesha, Gaga, Bieber, Miley, Nickelback, Bri, who you got?
You know what? If I'm gonna lay, are we laying odds? Is that what this is, dude? Let me tell you.
I think no. I just want your picks. I want your picks.
If I'm a sports odds layer, no time somebody who took some pubic hair and laid it across his forehead and came storming into our hearts and minds at the tender age of 8, that person has got to go. So it's got to be Justin Bieber.
Lady Gaga's out.
No, Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber is what I was thinking.
Taping pubic hair to her forehead.
It's it's Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber.
Okay. He did what to his forehead?
I'm saying that he is a delightful kid who can sing belt out those tunes, and he's got to go. What about you, Justin? What are you laying odds on?
You want to know? I think that this is Miley Cyrus. I think she's going to go to Lohan.
No way. She's just getting interesting, man. Miley Cyrus.
I think she goes to Lohan territory where all of a sudden it's not so much.
No.
Hey, look at Miley's new single. It's way more. Look at Miley stumbling out of a bar.
So you would let me just get this straight. Let me get this straight. On the record, Just Roberts Young is saying verbatim, he's saying, I want more Justin Bieber in this planet and less Miley Cyrus becoming a nubile young adult.
You know what? Sure. I'll sign under that. That's fine. Sure. Listen, that kid's got a voice of gold. And she's setting a bad example to the kids.
All right. Well, you heard it. Andrew? Wait, did you get another award when we weren't looking? Did you just get another award?
No, I didn't, Brian.
Oh.
Am I supposed to? Oh, hello. I'm sorry. Is that for me? Oh. They were a little bit late. So.
Oh my God. Yet another award.
Congratulations, Andrew Maid. This is amazing. All right, so let's.
You honor me. You honor me. Okay.
Can we have? Where are we at? Where are we at on the awards, sir?
Okay. Well, here's the deal. There has been some rumor, some speculation in the chat room that this might be slightly confusing. I don't know how this could be any clearer than it isn't. So what I've done is I've written the winner on the back along with.
Good.
Okay.
Right?
Good. All right. Let's see it.
I don't know how I'll do a dramatic reveal.
Who gets a pass? Who gets a pass in this round?
Okay. You know what? You got to give Bieber a pass.
Yes.
Okay. Bieber gets a pass. Listen. Look to your right, Brian. What do you have against young, fresh-faced, innocent young men?
young Bieber likes. By the way, I'm afraid I'm going to need you to start straight ironing your hair from now on, Justin OMG Chad.
Listen, I mean, Bieber's universe and my universe do not intersect. If they did, that would be a Dateline NBC show.
Okay, so. No, that's true. That's entirely too true.
Yeah.
And
Keisha, I'm gonna give a pass. You know what? For pop music, it's fine. I have no problem with it. I mean,
I'm actually down with that. Anyone who talks about eating other people's human flesh.
Sorry, chat room's not happy about that one.
Oh, screw you. That's you pressing a soundboard item. You don't control the chat room.
The voice of chat room yelling.
You don't. I don't understand why you would say the chat realm is saying that, because I don't believe that for 1 second. I think you're trying to pretend this is astroturfing is what this is. All right, go ahead, Alex
Trebek, go.
Alex Trebek, go ahead.
Hey, Gaga, she's doing her own thing. I'm going to give Gaga a pass, all right?
I'm actually down with that, too.
All right, I'm down with that. So we have Cyrus and Nickelback.
Okay, comes down to Cyrus and Nickelback, all right?
Cyrus, getting loopy, experimenting with the salvia? She's crazy like that?
If I hold up a card and it says Sheen, as in Charlie Sheen.
What's better than, well, it could be Martin Sheen.
Sometimes it comes down between the new and the old.
It
the
could
old
be
and the new.
It could be Emilio Estevez.
So Nickelback would be Charlie Sheen?
It could be the bright shine of a freshly waxed car.
Right. Could be that. But if I flip over the card and the other back, so is Sheen a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, it's a good thing. It means like your hair after the cat eats a bunch of
Charlie
lard.
Sheen. Is Charlie Sheen?
Charlie Sheen's Hot Shots.
Yeah.
Hot Shots Part 2.
Especially when we talk about Wall Street with Shia. So Sheen
so there we go. And that's the younger one, so it's bye-bye Nickelback. Nickelback gets the GTFO Award!
Oh, my goodness! So long, Nickelback. Nice try. I'm going to put up the laurel leaves even later than usual because we hate you so much. All right, Justin. Nickelback's gone. They're out of here.
We will get right back to our GTFO Awards, but first, we have to remind everybody that this crap don't pay for itself.
No, we do not have a money-generating crap machine or a crap-generating money machine. In fact, we've got nothing that generates money or crap in the same machine.
Brian, let me ask you this, and it's a problem that a lot of people suffer. What if one day you woke up and your hands were replaced by crab claws?
These guys right here?
Little pinchers.
Yeah, all right. So I see what you're saying.
So maybe, like,
I can just see walking in. I just bust in and I was like, "Hi, sweetheart. Are you feeling amorous?" Or maybe I kick in, and that's the way, because I can't do doorknobs anymore, right? So all I do is kick in doors from now on, right?
Yep.
So it's like I wake up and I'm like, boom, I kick in my daughter's door and I'm like, "It's time for Daddy to read you a story, sweetheart." Like
exactly.
That. Yeah. Okay.
Exactly. Right. So let's say you do that. You let your terrified daughter, who's apparently now really, really excited for Daddy to go to work. So she runs out.
She says, "Are you sure you don't have a trip to go on, Dad?" "No, sweetheart. Let me pinch your nose." "Please don't, Dad. Please don't."
Who wants to go on the airplane?
You're like, "My pinky." It'll grow back. Go ahead.
So she runs out, opens up the door to your car, puts the key in the ignition, and starts it.
For me, because I can't do those
For
things.
you.
Right, yeah. But I can, clamp on
Yes.
the steering wheel.
Exactly. Right? And you can hit, the stop and the acceleration and the brake.
No,
and
I can drive safely in this scenario, right? Yeah, but definitely have the claws, yeah.
But now, what happens, Bri, if somebody goes and text messages you? What happens then?
Oh, well, I take my crab claws off the wheel and I awkwardly try to punch buttons on my iPhone, eventually getting frustrated and crashing into a tree and killing my whole family. That's what happens.
And you crush your iPhone with your big dumb crab hands that you got sewed on because you decided to take $500 from a medical laboratory.
Well, it was $500. It was plus you dared me. Let's be fair about that.
Hey, listen, Brian, you've made your decisions, and now if you don't have a voice-activated Ford Sync system, you're SOL, buddy.
Hold on.
Crab Hands McGee is going to be driving down the street and living the life because he's got a Ford Sync, and you are just farting off.
All right, look, I defy you to explain to me how a Ford Sync could save my iPhone, save my daughter's life, and save my car in the event of receiving a text message. I defy you to explain that to me. Go ahead.
You got true hands-free calling on the Ford Sync, okay? Turn-by-turn directions, 911 assist and more. It's available exclusively on Ford, Lincoln, and Mercury vehicles. The Sync, Brian, it listens to your crabby-ass voice and where you can make calls on most Bluetooth-enabled mobile phones. you can get real-time traffic alerts and weather. And if you're ever near an accident and your airbag deploys, Ford Sync automatically calls 911 instead of you using your stupid crab handles to go crab your life away.
Did you say crab my life away? Is that what I'm going to do? I'm going to crab my life away.
Absolutely.
All right.
Brian, you want to know what else you can do? Well, it's got that music and podcast search on most MP3 players, personalized traffic alerts. So if you want to, let's say, avoid the fish market, you can make sure you do with the personalized traffic alerts there on your Ford Sync system.
All right. What about what if I also have a hard time reading? I mean, I'm capable of reading because I got my license and everything, but between the crab claws and the being on the road and everything, I've sort of forgotten a lot of my letters.
Like if, let's say, I were to text you while you were driving and I said, LOL, what an idiot, you got crab hands instead of real hands, crabby, idiot hands.
Yes.
Then it will read that for you in this voice. LOL, idiot, crab hands. You have idiot crab hands.
Yeah,
idiot
but
face,
how
crab
could I
face.
respond back to you? Because I'm busy driving with crab hands. I can't.
You're gonna use the Ford Sync system to answer me right back.
Wait.
That's exactly what you're gonna do.
It's got
you're gonna go, "Bah, my name is Brian Brushwood, and I got crab hands." I
No.
didn't think that joke was very funny.
No, because this is how great the Ford Sync is it's too classy for that kind of response, and it's going to give me a set of pre-selected, pre-written responses. So instead of that kind of hateful talk, you'll receive back from me, "I'm sorry, I'm driving right now. I can't talk. How about I call you later?"
Sure. But one of them that you can write in there is, "Bah, I'm a big fat idiot and I have crab hands."
Okay, all right. Well, where should people go to check out more about Ford?
You're going to go over to syncmyridepodcast.com. Again, it's standard on some Ford, Lincoln, and Mercury models and optional on others. So be sure you go ahead and check out more information. Sync helps you keep your crab hands on the wheel and your dumb eyes on the road.
Hey, is there a special URL they should go to, like syncmyridepodcast.com/NSFW or just syncmyridepodcast.com?
I believe it is just Sync My Ride Podcast.
You know what? Just to make us happy, try syncmyridepodcast.com/NSFW because we don't know if it necessarily they're tracking at that or the other one at the moment. But
Or
definitely,
just go ahead. What's their Twitter? Somebody find that Twitter. Throw it in the
oh yeah,
chat.
you know what we should do is we should actually, because these are the people who make NSFW possible, right? So why not hit them up directly, right? I'm sure in the chat realm they're going to know any minute now what the Twitter, it's at Ford, according to these guys, it's at Ford. So just let at Ford know how much you appreciate them supporting Sync My Ride podcast and NSFW and all the other podcasts that they do. You might want to mention NSFW specifically.
So there we go. Move right back in to the GTFO. Glorious books.
Hold on. Let's say everything you just said again. Say it all again.
Brian, let's continue on with the GTFO Awards. Our next category is book.
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to say it a third time. Say it and from the top and go.
Brian, are we good?
I believe we're good. We'll see if we're good. In fact, let's take a moment to pause. Chad, can you actually try loading and see if everything's working right now? Because I just saw out of nowhere a whole bunch of panic text on there.
So /NSFW does not work.
Oh, just Sync My Ride podcast. Everyone's saying garbly gerbils.
Check. How about now?
But right here it looks good. And I'm looking at myself. And I'm pointing over here. And we're looking over here. And go. All right. Everyone says good. Brian is good. Justin is choppy, but Justin seems good. Say hi, Justin.
Hi, everybody.
Everyone says everything's fine now. So we'll just continue like that. So
Brian, let's move on with the NSFW GTFO Awards for 2009/2010.
All right. From the top. And from the top. You have to start again. And go.
Okay, so I say 2009, and we have to start over again, but you leave it on the graphic, and it's totally cool.
I explained. This is the 2009.
Ryan! Let's continue with the GTFO Awards. Our next category is books.
Books? So what are the story of books? Who can hate books? Who can tell a book to GTFO? How does that ever happen?
Well, they're very, very specific books, Bri. And among them are the categories Twilight, Daemon, DIAF, the new literature hit podcast on the iTunes store.
That's big news. That's big news.
The Blank for Dummies / Idiot's Guide to Blank.
That whole, two franchises all at once? Half to GTFO?
And whatever is on Oprah's book club.
Oh, man, that's rough. That is really rough. Okay, so once again, that's the Twilight series, Demon, D-A-E-M-O-N, DIAF, our brand new audiobook series, Blank for Dummies or The Idiot's Guide to Blank, and whatever's on Oprah's book club. You want?
Before we get into our picks, it seems as if there's a larger medal that's been delivered to Andrew May.
You got another award, didn't you?
I don't understand. You honor me. You honor me. Amtrucker, is yours as big as this? Oh, wait a second. No, guys, please. This is getting crazy, all right? Where am I going to put all this stuff, okay?
All right, well,
wait a second. All right,
I'm
come
sorry.
on.
I'm sorry, you've got 3 trophies
Just
now.
awards for now, okay?
4
Oh,
trophies.
my
I'm sorry. If we are
Do this
very
for all your guests? All of them? That's just...
We do. We're very, very honored to have you on the show, and we think it's fantastic. So that's important. But the most important thing is that we talk about which books need to GTFO, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say the Twilight series is over. GTFO to them.
You know what? I'm going to say whatever's on Oprah's book club, because I'm tired of some book pope sitting on her book pope throne, throwing her book pope poop on the people and telling them what they should like. That's a bunch of BS. I'm done with that.
All right, gentlemen. The committee deliberated long and hard on this, and as well as coming up with a foolproof, easy to understand way of announcing the winners.
Clearly.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm a little bit overcome for this, and I'm gonna keep my speech short, but I'll get to that later. So, yeah, the thing is about Twilight, we'd say it's over, but I think they got like one more movie coming out, and for us to have an opinion on Twilight, can you put all 4 of us on screen here?
Oh, I thought you meant all 4 books of Twilight, and I was like, I don't have that capacity at this moment. But go ahead.
Okay, maybe my point's going to be proven wrong then, Brock, because you knew there were 4 books. I have no idea how many goddamn books there are. In
I
that
actually
series.
didn't know. I just knew that I had 4 spots to fill up here. That's how many the Vid Blaster can do.
So, by show of hands, how many of us here have actually read the books?
Oh wait!
Yeah!
Oh, Chad read one of the books. Are you kidding me?
OMG! He's Chad!
Are you
Bringing a young adult fiction book game for girls, oh yeah! OMG! He's Chad! Embarrassing admitting his literary taste, yeah!
I don't know what's funnier to me, the fact that he actually read the book or the fact that he's shocked that he's the only one. That's the part that tickles me the most.
You didn't read a book? What?
Read at least one.
No, dude, just you, bro. It's just you and 12-year-old girls. All right.
Kind of the same thing, Brian, from where I'm looking.
According to some of the photoshops, that's what it looked like. But go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm. Listen, this is about trying to decide that sometimes we can only choose one GTFO. There can only be one GTFO.
That's true.
I mean, I'm like, oh my God, guys. I mean, I'm like me who can just keep getting awards throughout the podcast. I'm gonna make my way through here. Okay, there can be only one. Okay, if only the Highlander movie, there was only one movie, it would be good. But so it's hard. And again, I'm emotionally overcome because like I had a card and I started crying when I made this card because like what'd be more awesome than Natalie Portman?
Nothing. Wait. Natalie Portman with the tiny metal. Natalie Portman mane.
But now it's not to be. Now it's not going to happen. So I don't really care about any of this, to be honest with you. Okay.
All right.
So GTFO, but I can only choose one.
And so the winner is.
Her day is over. lording over us, telling us what books to read. Sorry, Oprah. Your book club, at least.
GTFO!
That's right, just like that. So long, Oprah's book club, Oprah's channel, Oprah's book clubbing channel, book clubbing your baby seals. You're out of here. We're done with it. We're done with you and all your thinking for us and all of that business. Get GTFO. Those are the words of the GTFO committee. So
all
it is
right, well, I'll tell you
spoken,
what,
so
we only
shall
have
be.
one more category left, and that is mains.
I'm sorry, mains? Is that a category?
Mains, yes.
Wait, things that like what are mains? I don't understand.
Here's the categories, Brian. Let me read them to you. In the category of mains, we have Andrew Main, who's got another medal, and this one is for the nomination in the mains category.
Okay, so Andrew Main has been submitted for a GTFO in the category of mains.
Then we have the USS Maine, of course, the battleship that was sunk off the coast of Puerto Rico to start the Spanish-American War.
Okay, of course.
The mainstream media.
Okay, yes.
The University of Maine.
Yes.
And of course, manes, the line of hairs that trail across your neck.
Did you say the lions of hairs?
The line of hair.
Pretty sure you said the lions of hairs.
Well, that's also the name of my band.
The Lions of Hairs. Okay,
the Lions
gotcha.
of Hairs. We are the Lions of Hairs.
You guys are a hair band, like you do 80s covers, right?
No, we're Lions Rock. We sing about lions.
You think about lions, you're like,
we're the king of the jungle, baby. There's only so many things we can talk about, lion. Like the Lion King was a movie, then later a play. Oh yeah, lions.
Do you ever expand into different territory? Like I didn't tell you the truth the other day because I was lying. Yes. Is that another of your hits?
Of hair.
The Lions of Hair.
So there we go. Those are the categories. Andrew Maine, the USS Maine, the mainstream media, the University of Maine, and Maine, the line of hair along the neck. Andrew Maine, this might be a little bit gotten yet still another medal interference.
This one was so heavy it fell off.
Andrew Maine, for those who are listening right now, looking like a very patriotic Mr. T. It's just nothing but ribbons and bling.
Actually, I would say more like a very patriotic Austin Powers, because it looks like all the ribbons have made a cravat right on on the front of his chest there.
All right, well, Andrew, is it you, the USS Maine, mainstream media, University of Maine, or Maine, the line of hair along the neck? Tell us who gets dismissed.
I'm gonna tell you who gets the pass right now.
Yeah.
USS Maine.
Okay. Remember the Maine.
Remember the Maine.
All right.
Mainstream media. I mean, that kind of went. I mean, that's like that kind of gone.
All right.
I mean, or it's just a long death rattle.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm
gonna say Maine. Long line of hair along the neck. You know, sometimes it can be a lion's mane, whatever. So, you can't. It's natural. I can't fight that.
So now it comes down to you and the University of Maine.
Comes down to me and the University of Maine, and is Andrew
I
Maine
gotta
going
say,
to
you're the
GTFO this
underdog
year?
here.
Yeah. Is there going to be no more Andrew Maine, or is it going to be the University of Maine? I mean, let's think. I'm personally invested in Andrew Maine.
One is an institution that
that
has educated the masses about things that are important to the development of life. The other is the University of Maine. What's it going to be?
Well, Bri, I have a feeling this may be the end of the line for Andrew Maine.
Uh-oh. Because there's nothing.
This was motivated by Natalie, but maybe in 2011 we're going to see Andrew Maine Wild as I take my wife Olivia Wilde's last name as my own.
Oh, that'll be the end of Andrew Maine.
End of Andrew Maine.
GTFO Andrew Maine. Oh, my goodness.
GTFO!
Just like that. winner of the GTFO Awards, Andrew Main, as he loses his name, his maiden name, his maiden name, and gets married to Olivia Wilde. Looking on side by side is the Amtrekker, who also won a few medals. I don't know if you noticed.
No, that was obviously photoshopped.
He actually won those medals. I saw them on the Olympics. That's the Amtrekker won all those medals. As did Andrew Main win the love of Olivia Wilde.
Oh wait this is actually a medal for Amtrekker.
Oh, is it?
Oh,
I don't know if he's got room for it.
Yeah, no, Amtrekker gets a medal now.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I totally thought you were saying this is a medal for Amtrekking and then give it to yourself. Like I thought you were gonna take away that one thing.
This is Amtrekker's medal, and
Okay,
accepting on his behalf, I'm happy to do so.
All right.
Oh, there we go.
Congratulations, Amtrekker, by way of Andrew Main.
Get it, man. I knew you'd come through.
There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, another year of GTFO Awards are in the books. I think we've done very, very well. I'll tell you, we were going to go through, the futures balloting, but I think we're out of time, right, Brian?
No, we don't even have time. We were going to do predictions of what we thought in the future GTFO Awards will be. Maybe we'll talk about that next week, but I think we're about out of time. What do you got to plug, Mr. Andrew Mainerson the first, sir?
Actually the third, but there's a long story behind that. I want to plug the Weird Things podcast, which we're going to be recording one of those really soon, right, guys?
Yes, as a matter of fact, for those sitting around during the live recording, we're actually going to record one for the first time live while we simulcast it right now, but you can watch all the episodes. A former new and notable pick in the science category, former top 10 science podcast.
All of the above. So that's the Weird Things podcast, so check that out if you're not already a subscriber. And then my own site is andrewmaine.com. Andrew, MAYNE.com. There you go.
And I'll tell you what, anybody who's listening to this live, starting tomorrow night and going until next Sunday, me and Andrew are going to be on the road. So if you are in the Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, or Baltimore areas, which I'm sure there's got to be a few of you guys, follow me, Justin R. Young, and Andrew Main on Twitter, and we're going to be doing meetups because, like, we don't have anything to do. We're going to be doing magic lectures during the early evening, and then past that, we're just going to be hanging out. So
we're going to be on the road trekking, if you will.
Trekking all across
Andrew
America.
Main will be trekking.
AM Andrew Main will be trekking. You'll be trekking across the galaxy. All right, and hey, my name is Brian Brushwood. I only got one thing to promote. You should follow my Twitter at Shwood, at SHWOOD. I'm getting ready to do a big announcement. I got a side project, a bit of performance art, the likes of which has never been seen, and will probably get me on CNN and Fox News to talk about it. But it's all going to be secret, and this is the last week that you can follow me because I'm going to block everyone after this week. OMG Chad, you got anything you're going to promote?
Yeah, just follow me on Twitter, OMG_Chad.
Chad. And
you can talk about the Twilight series and how you like to party and
all of your favorite things.
Bella Swan is my favorite character.
See, you even know her name, and that's too much for us. All right, that's it for this episode. Wait, hold on. No, forget that music. Here we go. This is the music we're going to play to say this is it. You got anything else, Justin? We're out?
I'll tell you what. I just want to remind everybody that 2 episodes of Scam Schools ago, Brian Brushwood and Jermaine collaboration. Go check that out for The Origami Effect. And Justin R. Young on Twitter. Until next time, die in a fight.
See you next Tuesday, bro.
I'm waving to nobody.
Breaking news. Special report. DIF is now the #4 literature podcast on iTunes.